So now let's talk about the consequences of the transformation of a manufacturing to a service economy on job opportunities and particularly what's happening to the middle class. So just simply put, we've got the growth of the knowledge economy here, and we were talking about manufacturing, and this really affects the jobs here where there's more and more automation. And so those kinds of jobs, we mentioned the manufacturing jobs, we could put MFG for that, but even things like clerical jobs or sort of routine jobs that a machine could learn to do, as well as a human, those are the most risk of being automated. And so if we think about the sort of in the middle of the economy and the middle class, that is where the middle class begins to feel the pinch and get squeezed. So I'll just put middle class squeeze here. Up here, there's been a lot of growth. And so sort of everybody wants to get here where these jobs, are creative, managerial. If you think about all the growth in tech, all those technical jobs. And one thing that they have in common, even though they're very diverse, is that they're harder to automate. I won't say they're impossible, but they're harder to automate. So it still values sort of human qualities, what humans can do better than machines, if you will, produce new ideas, patents, that kind of stuff, inventions. So that is really key up here, and that is sort of at the driver's seat of this new economy. Down here, and here you can see I made this sort of the largest in any pyramid formation. This employs a lot of people. So this is what we could describe as the helping and caring professions. Where I don't want to get too close to the edge there. And if you think about where it's still cheaper where to have a human compared to a machine. Human's cheaper, than a machine. So think like your security guard, your parking attendant, the cooks at restaurants, maids in hotels, still work, kind of often lowly paid work that doesn't have a lot of benefits, not a lot of room for growth, but still it absorbs a lot of people in our economy. And the challenge is for the middle class here is that if they're going to need something to get them up here to this kind of creative managerial technical edge where they've got ideas and patents and can innovate, or they face being sent down to here where it's still cheaper to be employed, but often at lower wages. And so part of what we've seen in this shift, the newer idea that's been emerging is called precarious employment. And they're called sort of the people employed as such are called the precariat. And we're seeing a growing sense of that income inequality in our society because of this kind of transformation of the knowledge economy. And so another way to think about it is the splitting apart or the polarization of job opportunities. So to recap, we talked about the transformation of the manufacturing economy, which took those blue-collar jobs and sent some of those offshore and outsourced due to globalization. But also those jobs became more at risk for automation, and we saw that squeeze affecting that middle class. Then we saw the growth of the knowledge and service economy through things like the media, IT, advertising, marketing, healthcare, education, and these have employed a lot of people, and creative people, managerial people. They're harder to automate, so those people become valuable. But at the same time, with the service economy, the muck jobs and the jobs where it's still cheaper to have humans, that is causing a great deal of precarious employment in our society and growing income inequality. So I hope that gives you a little a little sense of how our economy as well as our society is transforming. Thanks for listening.